Okay, let's just take a look around. Seriously,
Ah,
how many things do you have plugged in right now? Or maybe waiting for a free spot? Laptop, phone, maybe a tablet charging, smart speaker. It's constant, isn't it? That, like, octopus of wires
mm.
behind the TV. And you kind of wonder, is this actually safe? It's a real thing we all deal with. And it's not just about convenience, it's about keeping our tech safe. So today we're doing a deep dive into one potential answer to this mess, the WolfPack 12 outlet metal power strip. We're pulling our info straight from the source, the product's own online description, features list, specs, all the official details. Gives us a really solid picture.
Exactly. And our job today is really to pick apart what makes this specific strip stand out. How could it actually work for you? And maybe more importantly, what should you even look for when you need a serious power solution for your home or maybe your office?
Okay, let's get into it then. The number of devices we use, it's just exploded. Laptops, gaming consoles, smart home stuff everywhere, big sound systems. It all needs power, usually all at the same time. So just in terms of raw capacity, what makes this WolfPack strip different? What's the main draw?
Well, the big headline is right there in the name. 12 AC outlets. That's quite a few more than your standard strip. And they're described as powerful outlets, designed specifically to handle lots of devices running together without, tripping a breaker or causing issues. Looking at the specs, it can handle up to 1,875 watts and 15 amps. That's
Right.
pretty.
Well, that's pretty hefty.
875 watts. Okay,
Yeah.
put that in perspective for us. What does that actually let you run?
Right, so think about maybe a big TV, a sound bar, a PlayStation or Xbox, and maybe an Apple TV or something similar, all plugged into one strip, easily handled. Or picture your home office setup,
Mm.
multiple monitors, a desktop computer, printer, desk lamp, all that stuff. This strip is designed for exactly those kinds of loads. It can even manage several power tools in a workshop, provided they don't all surge at the exact same second. That's way beyond just adding a few extra plugs. That's like creating a central power hub. But with that much capacity on one strip, are there any potential downsides? Like, should you worry about overloading the wall socket it's plugged into?
That's a really important point. Yes, the strip itself has a high capacity 1,875 watts, 15 amps, but it's still drawing from a single wall outlet, which typically has its own limit, usually 15 or 20 amps for a standard home circuit. So could you plug in, say, 3 high wattage hair dryers? No, definitely not. You'd trip the circuit breaker in your house instantly.
Okay.
But for the intended use, like computers, TVs, chargers, game consoles, those devices individually don't draw that much power continuously. It's designed to handle a lot of typical electronics simultaneously.
Got it. So it centralizes things, but you still need common sense about what you plug in overall.
Exactly. And that's actually where the safety features come in, which I know you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, let's pivot to that. Because it's not just about having enough outlets. It's about protecting those expensive gadgets,
Yeah.
right? And frankly, protecting your home.
Yeah.
We've all seen those cheap plastic strips that feel like they could melt.
Mhm.
What does this WolfPack offer for safety? What's the first line of defense?
Okay, so the first thing that really stands out, and it's mentioned prominently, is the durable metal construction. This isn't plastic. It's described as a heavy-duty power strip, specifically resistant to damage and wear and tear.
Metal. That sounds more robust already.
It is. Think about a garage or maybe under a busy office desk. It's just tougher. It can take a few bumps. Plus, metal housing can actually help dissipate heat a bit better than plastic, which is a nice little bonus when you're running a lot of power through it. But beyond just being tough, it's got crucial internal protections. Number one is the built-in overload protection.
Okay, how does that work?
Think of it like a mini circuit breaker built right into the strip itself. If the total power draw from all the connected devices exceeds that 1875 watt limit, pop, it automatically shuts off the power.
So it protects itself and your stuff.
Exactly. It does two really important things. Protects your connected devices from potentially damaging power demands. And, maybe more importantly, it prevents the strip itself from overheating and causing a fire hazard. It adds a significant safety layer. Then you've got surge protection. The sources say it protects against surges up to 600 joules.
Joules, right.
Yeah.
What does that number mean in practical terms? Is 600 good?
Yeah, 600 joules is a respectable level for general home and office use. Think of joules as the surge protector's capacity to absorb excess energy, like from a lightning strike nearby or a power grid fluctuation. It's like a shock absorber for electricity. That 600 joule rating means it can take a decent hit and sacrifice itself to prevent that damaging voltage spike from reaching your sensitive electronics, your TV, your computer, your game console.
Okay, so overload protects against drawing too much power.
Uh,
Surge protects against sudden spikes coming in. Got it.
Precisely. And for an extra layer of assurance, it's got ETL certification.
ETL. What does that signify?
ETL listed means it's been independently tested by a certified lab, Intertech in this case, and meets widely accepted North American safety standards. It's not just the manufacturer saying it's safe, a third party has verified it. Gives you more confidence.
Right, that independent check is definitely reassuring.
Yeah.
And you also flagged that it's TAA compliant. What's the story there? Is that just for government buyers?
Well, technically, TAA compliance, that's the Trade Agreements Act, is mainly a requirement for U.S. government procurement. It means the product is made or substantially transformed either in the U.S. or a designated partner country.
Okay. So why should a regular consumer care?
It often implies certain things indirectly. Meeting TAA requirements usually points towards, let's say, more established manufacturing processes, potentially stricter quality control, and a traceable supply chain. So while it's not a direct consumer feature, it can be an indicator of a certain level of build quality and adherence to standards that might be higher than products without that designation. It's another piece of the quality puzzle.
Interesting. So it's like a background check that suggests a potentially higher standard overall.
Kind of, yeah. It adds to the picture of a robustly made product.
Okay, so we've got the power, the toughness, the safety checks. It sounds solid internally, but how does it actually fit into our lives? Is it practical day to day? What about the design?
Yeah, the usability is definitely key. They describe it as having a compact and space-saving design, making it easy to fit basically anywhere. Now, the strip itself is 4 feet long. That sounds long, but with 12 outlets, it actually gives you decent spacing. You know how some bulky plugs cover up adjacent outlets? This length helps prevent that?
Oh yeah, the dreaded wall wart blocking 3 spots.
Exactly. So 4 feet gives you room to breathe, and it's still slim enough to tuck behind furniture or along the back of a desk. But the really practical part, I think, is the versatile mounting options. It actually comes with hardware so you can wall mount it.
Oh nice. That's a big plus.
Huge. Think about a garage workbench, get those cords up off the surface, or mount it vertically inside a media cabinet, or under a desk for super clean cable management.
Yeah, getting it off the floor is great for safety and just tidiness.
Totally. But if you don't want to drill holes, you can obviously just place it on a desk or shelf like any other power strip, so you have options.
Okay, flexibility is good.
Yeah.
What about reaching the wall outlet itself? How long is the main cord?
Right. The cord length is crucial. The detailed specs clearly state it has a 6-foot cord.
6 feet. Okay, that's pretty generous.
It is. It gives you a lot more freedom in where you place the strip relative to the wall socket. You're not forced to put it right next to the outlet. And this is where checking all the details matters. I did notice one part of the description mentioned a 4-foot-long power cord, but the actual specifications list says cord length, 6 feet.
Slight discrepancy there. So we go with the specs.
Generally, yes. Specifications are usually more precise than marketing descriptions. So that extra 2 feet makes it even more versatile. Always pays to double-check the spec sheet.
Good tip. Okay, and there was one other thing that caught my eye in the overview. Something about included cables.
Yes. This was a bit of a surprise bonus. It apparently comes with extension cables.
Really? Like little short ones?
The description doesn't specify the length, but yeah, the implication is you get some short extension cords bundled in. Think about those bulky power adapters again.
Oh, so you can plug the bulky adapter into the short extension and then plug that into the strip so it doesn't block the other outlets.
Exactly. Or if a device cord is just slightly too short to reach where you want it on the strip, it's a really thoughtful inclusion. Saves you hassle and maybe buying them separately. It shows they're thinking about how people actually use these things.
That really does add practical value right out of the box. Okay, so we've covered the features, the build, the usability. What about the company behind it? Does the WolfPack brand itself tell us anything?
It actually tells us quite a bit about their background. WolfPack is positioned as part of a company with a 24-year global home for audio and video products. And they've been certified since 2003.
Wow, 24 years. So they're not exactly newcomers.
Not at all. That points to significant experience, especially in the AV world. And think about high-end audio and video clean. Stable power is absolutely critical there. Noise or fluctuations can ruin the experience, so they likely understand power delivery very well. There's also external validation. It's mentioned as being from an exceptional top-quality store rated by Google Shopping. That suggests customers are generally happy with their products and service.
Okay, so experience in a demanding field plus good customer feedback. That builds confidence.
Right. And WolfPack is a registered trademark of a company called HDTV Supply, Inc.
HDTV Supply, and I think you mentioned they have some other tech credentials, something about HD-basity.
Yes, exactly. HDTV Supply, Inc. is listed as an hdbased.org approved adopter of HD-based products.
Okay, translate that for us. What's HD-basic, and why does being an adopter matter for a power strip?
Sure. So HDBaseT is basically a standard for sending multiple signals, uncompressed HD video, audio, Ethernet, power control signals, all over a single standard network cable, often over long distances. It's used a lot in professional AV setups, custom home theaters, digital signage, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay. High-end stuff.
Very much so. Being an approved adopter means the company is actively involved with and uses this advanced technology. For us, looking at their power strip, it suggests they operate in a space where power quality and reliability are non-negotiable. That deep understanding of demanding AV systems likely informs how they design even their more fundamental products like this power strip. It suggests a commitment to quality born from necessity in their core business.
So it's not just some random company churning out power strips. They have roots in tech, where power really, really matters.
That seems to be the case. And it's reflected in their broader product line, too. They don't just make this strip. The sources mention other WolfPack power products like a 10-outlet version, a big rack-mountable one with 19 outlets for server rooms or AV racks, another surge protector. It shows they have a whole ecosystem focused on power management, not just a one-off product.
Okay, that paints a pretty comprehensive picture.
Yeah.
Well, wrapping this up, the WolfPack 12-outlet metal power strip seems to offer quite a lot. You get, obviously, a ton of outlets. You get that really sturdy metal build, which feels like a significant upgrade from typical plastic strips. Plus, the essential safety nets, overload protection, and that 600 joule surge protection. And then the design aspects, wall-mountable, the generous 6-foot cord, and those handy included extension cables make it genuinely versatile for different setups. It really does seem like a solid solution.
It definitely hits a lot of the right notes for someone needing robust power distribution. And thinking about all this leads to a bigger question, really, for you listening. As we all keep adding more smart devices, more chargers, more everything, how do you see your power needs changing over the next few years? What's going to be most important for you next time you need a power solution? Is it still just the number of outlets? Or will things like, say, extreme durability, maybe specific smart features, or even energy monitoring become the deciding factor?
That's a great point. It's worth taking a moment to actually look at your current setup, that tangle of wires behind the desk or TV. Think about whether upgrading to something more robust, safer, and better organized, like this WolfPack strip, could actually save you hassle, protect your expensive gear, and maybe even offer a little peace of mind. It's more than just plugging things in. It's about managing your tech environment effectively.